Hi everybody, welcome to the Health How-To channel where we talk about some great life hacks and easy tips to achieve better health. In this video, we're talking about how to stop leg cramps instantly. First, we'll talk about why we even get those painful leg cramps, and then we'll talk about the best exercise to get rid of leg cramps immediately. And finally, we'll get into some other do's and don'ts to prevent leg spasms. Please subscribe and share your best tips that you have found to be super helpful for stopping leg cramps in the comments section below. Pressing the like button will also help get this information to others. If you have someone in your life who you want to help, please share this video with them too. Also, remember that this video is purely for informational purposes and does not in any way replace any advice given by your own healthcare providers. If the exercises or information suggested aggravate your condition, please stop and ask your healthcare provider for further direction. Have you ever had the experience of being asleep in your cozy bed when all of a sudden you get woken up to your lower legs feeling so locked up that you can't move your feet? Nighttime muscle cramps, also known as a Charlie horse, can feel like an intense muscle squeeze or spasm of your calves, most commonly, but also your thighs and arches of your feet that often happen when you're sleeping or resting. They can last a few seconds to a few agonizing minutes, and sometimes your muscles can continue to feel sore afterwards. Who tends to get leg cramps? The group that report the highest frequency of leg cramps are adults older than 60 years old. About 40 to 50% will experience these kinds of night spasms. About 40% of pregnant women will also report leg cramps. And people who are not as active often feel nighttime leg cramps. The next question, why do we get nighttime leg cramps? This isn't so easy to answer. There's a little disagreement in the literature because nobody knows for certain why we get leg cramps. But I'll try to give you an overall picture of the 8 most common reasons given by medical professionals and researchers. Number 1. Having short and stiff leg and feet muscles from sitting or being bedridden too long or an inactive lifestyle. Number 2, at the opposite end of the spectrum, over-exercising or a sudden increase in activity like a sightseeing vacation or seasonal outdoor activities like gardening or shoveling snow or a new sport can lead to muscle fatigue and cramping too. Number 3, sometimes being on your feet too long, like a cashier at work or preparing for a big holiday meal at home, can trigger leg cramping when you finally get to put your feet up. Number 4, you may be more at risk of getting nighttime leg cramps if you have varicose veins. Varicose veins are large, swollen, curled veins the size of spaghetti that can look blue or purple. When the valves in the veins stop working, they can cause blood to back up. Some people with severe varicose veins can feel throbbing, burning, or aching in the legs after standing or sitting for long periods of time when there's less blood flow back to the heart. Spider veins are the less advanced stage of varicose veins, where you can see faint blue lines spreading out around the legs. Number 5. As mentioned before, pregnant women often experience leg pain and spasms. Pregnancy is a delightful combo of increasing weight gain, swelling everywhere, and a fetus pressing against your blood vessels. You can add leg cramps to the list of the joys of pregnancy. Number 6. If you have flat feet or low arches or other structural issues with your legs, like having one longer than the other, your muscles could be working overtime during the day to balance you out. When you lie down and take the weight off your poor feet, they can seize up at rest. Number 7. Poor circulation in the legs can also cause painful leg cramps because the oxygen and nutrients in your blood can't get to your leg muscles properly when your blood flow is poor. And number 8. Certain medications have listed muscle pain or cramping as a possible side effect. These medications include cholesterol-lowering meds called statins such as Crestor and Lipitor, anti-inflammatories like naproxen, diuretics, conjugated estrogen like Premarin, sleeping pills like Ambien, and painkillers like Neurontin or Lyrica. The medications I've named are just a few examples. If your leg cramps start soon after starting a new medication, consult your doctor or pharmacist. Other medical conditions that can possibly cause nighttime cramping include arthritis of the joints, where inflammatory pain and throbbing joints and muscles can sometimes be worse when you are at rest. Kidney disease, because it can cause fluid and electrolyte imbalances. If you have nerve damage to your legs and feet, such as from a stroke, chemotherapy treatments, or diabetic neuropathy. Poorly controlled blood sugar from diabetes or metabolic syndrome. If you have high blood pressure and heart disease. If you have thyroid issues, most commonly hypothyroidism, where you don't have enough thyroid hormone, you may experience cramping in the thighs, potentially from a muscle function deficiency. Low iron, potassium, or magnesium levels are also sometimes thought to lead to muscle cramping. So how can we stop leg cramps instantly? The best exercise to get rid of leg cramps immediately is a gentle runner's calf stretch for 10 to 90 seconds. Stand facing a wall in a lunge position with your feet facing forwards and lean into the wall with both heels on the ground to stretch out your calf. Hold for 30 to 90 seconds and repeat on the other leg. To prevent future leg cramps, repeat the stretch 3 times before going to bed. Here are some other do's and don'ts to prevent nighttime leg cramps. Do take frequent breaks from sitting and standing every hour. Also, look at your positioning when you are sitting. Don't cross your legs at the knees or ankles, or sit with your feet tucked under you for long periods of time, because it will compromise the blood flow to your leg muscles. Do use night splints to keep your ankles and feet stretched upright. Do use pillows at the end of the bed to position your feet upright. Don't tuck your sheets in too tightly so that your feet aren't flexed downwards, leading to stiff and shortened calves. Do try elevating your legs up on a few pillows if you have varicose veins to help encourage blood flow back towards the heart. Do ankle ABC exercises in bed. Slowly trace out the letters of the alphabet from A to Z with your toes. Really exaggerate the motion at your ankle and make the letters as big as possible without lifting up your knees. This exercise is meant to stretch out your calves and feet, and best of all, it can be so relaxing it can put you to sleep in no time. Do put a microwavable heating pad on your calves and feet for 20 minutes when you get into bed. Heat will help improve the blood flow to your muscles and help with muscle flexibility. Do drink more water, especially after exercising or sweating. Your urine should ideally be clear and light yellow in color. Don't exercise outside in full sun or extreme heat to prevent cramping and dehydration. Do use a stationary bike for 10 minutes at a gentle pace to increase the blood flow to your legs. Don't have a stationary bike? You can do it old school and just lie on your back and mimic the motion of pedaling a bicycle. Do massage your legs for 5 to 10 minutes. You can try using a massage percussion gun if you don't have varicose veins. Do wear supportive shoes that properly fit your arches and give space to your toes. This means that you should try to avoid high heels and pointy-toed shoes. Consider getting custom orthotics if your arches are very flat and sore, or you have high arches and stiff feet. Do use a memory foam type of anti-fatigue mat in the kitchen, bathroom, or at work if you stand a lot. Do manage your weight. Do quit smoking. Smoking and vaping reduces the oxygen in your blood and narrows your arteries, causing a decreased blood flow to your legs, which can then lead to pain and cramping, especially when walking. Do try a little pickle juice if you don't have any dietary restrictions around salt. Pickle juice is a popular home remedy that contains potassium, electrolytes, antioxidants, probiotics, and vinegar, which may help with cramping. You can try it after exercising or before bed. If you don't relish the thought of drinking pickle juice straight up, you can use it as salad dressing. Do eat foods high in iron if you have a deficiency. People who are more at risk of having low levels of iron are pregnant women, infants, people who donate blood a lot, have heart failure, have gastrointestinal issues like Crohn's or celiac disease, or have cancer. The top 5 foods that are highest in iron are oysters, white beans, dark chocolate, beef liver, and lentils. Do eat foods high in magnesium if you have a deficiency. People who are more at risk of having low levels of magnesium have gastrointestinal conditions like Crohn's or celiac disease, type 2 diabetes, excessive long-term alcohol intake, and older adults. The top 5 foods that are highest in magnesium are pumpkin seeds, chia seeds, almonds, spinach, and cashews. Do eat foods high in potassium if you have a deficiency. People who are more at risk of having low levels of potassium have inflammatory bowel diseases like Crohn's, irritable bowel syndrome, or take some types of diuretics or laxatives. The top 5 foods that are highest in potassium are apricots, lentils, prunes, squash, and potatoes. Bananas can be a great on-the-go snack that is high in potassium. Another bonus is that coffee, tea, and milk are also great, easy sources of potassium. I want to note that yes, it is possible to take a supplement for iron, magnesium, or potassium, but there's evidence that shows that the body can use the vitamins and nutrients from real food far better than from isolated manufactured compounds. So, unless directed by your doctor to take supplements, consider improving your overall food choices to help with your leg spasms. Please subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss any health how-to videos where we talk about easy ways to improve your health. Also, please press that like button because it can really help get this information to those that need it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.